Maxine Luciano with Zarina and Leonardo. Marissa McCann with Debbie and Pat.
42, Drayvon Hill.
Stephanie Knockman with Mark and Michelle. And Josie Weinbeed with Jeff and Julie.
6'5".
Our senior Develettes and their parents. Now it's time to meet our senior cheerleaders, who are under the direction of Miss Katie Moore. Here's Maddie DeRose with Sharon.
Greg Cohn.
Sammy Havers with Scott and Lori.
Greg.
Courtney Clark with Rick and Tracy. Alex LeBlanc with Troy and Angela.
I get a feeling I know who they are.
Alyssa Magruder with Christine Thompson.
You won't get invited.
Katie Norton with Michelle and Dave.
You don't care because,
ladies and gentlemen, our senior cheerleaders and their parents.
Otherwise, if we do, we got to pull the audio because they'll hear everything we're talking about.
Finally, we'd like to introduce our senior managers and the varsity basketball players. The team is coached by Ryan Weber and John Jasnog. First, managers, Andre Davis with Coach John Jasnog. Morant Ellison with David and Joy. Chris Rosenberg with Robert.
You guys have like a pregame or anything?
And Malika Dumas with Harriet Johnson. Our senior managers. And now our senior varsity basketball players. Here's Arias Austin with Cynthia and Alan. Tim Pieper with Don and Mary. Derek Mason with Derek and Lynn. Arthel Rosquez with Nina and Tammy. Shane White with Shane and Sandra. Mitch Seigan with Doug and Julie. And Trey Hill with Melvin and Kenya.
Got the backside, but that's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our senior basketball players, managers, and their parents. On behalf of the entire Warren community, we'd like to thank all of these seniors and their parents for their dedication and hard work in their respective programs. We wish all of these Blue Devils the best of luck in the future. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce Don Pieper to make a special presentation to the senior basketball players.
Thank you very much. The Warren basketball parents would like to take this moment to acknowledge our seniors for all their hard work, dedication, determination throughout their 4 years at Warren. But before I do that, I'd like to say some other thank yous to the Warren High School community. First, I'd like to thank the student body, the super fans, for all of your wonderful cheers, antics, peer motivation that you supplied the team this year. There you go. Second, I'd like to thank the cheerleaders and the pep band who got the party started. Thank you very much. Third, I'd like to thank the school board and the school administration for providing a safe and enjoyable environment. And fourth, I'd like to thank the coaches and their families. Coach Wittes, Coach Jasnak, Coach Weber. If not for your devotion, passion, and commitment, these young men will not be where they are today. It can be said without any debate that our sons have become better people for having you in their lives. Thank you very much. And now to our sons. During your tenure at Warren, we've watched you grow into strong young men that you can be proud of. You have learned that the name Warren on the front of your jersey means more than any singular name that can be printed on the back of one's jersey. We have witnessed the shots roll in, watched them rim out, been there for the sprained ankles, broken noses, chipped teeth. We've tried to understand your monthly shoe and sock fetish. We have assisted you with those late night studying sessions after a weekday road game. And heck, we've even enjoyed spending the holiday season in Pontiac, Illinois. But most of all, we share your pride. We love you all, and with that, we present you the special present for you in your memory of your Warren success. So one more time, Arias, Timmy, Derek, Art, Shane, Mitch, Dre, thank you guys very much for all you did. Let's go Blue Devils.
That's such a girlfriend. Like the gift songs. Yeah. No, done. They'll let them have their moment. They'll clear the court, and then the teams will come out for pregame. Now Ryan told me that Warren that we're 16 and 11.
16, 11.
Yeah.
Internet told me 15, 11.
I just asked him now. 6 and 6 in conference.
You know what Grant is?
No, I'm gonna find out here soon enough. The guy thought it was either 13 and 13 or 14.
Grant's 13. Grant's 13 and 13, and they're also 6 and 6 in the conference.
In the division.
In their division.
Somebody did their
Max Preps. I did actually. I spent like an hour before I came today looking stuff up.
Yeah, so they'll get it to us. They're taking their pictures and they're having their little moments and doing that.
I would ask if you guys are ready, but clearly you ain't good.
You have to go on.
What? No, I'm just saying, just so if you need anything prior, during the game or whatever, shoot a note, I'll be down here.
Now we'll obviously hear each other.
Talk right now, put on. They're not going through the street.
Yeah.
Right? They're
Hey Nick.
Hi, John.
Okay.
Now, what do most people do? They just describe the action? Do they just kind of shoot the breeze? Just whatever?
Yeah. This is your show, man.
Hello?
I'm going to miss out on that. I'm going to turn down. Good evening and welcome to Warren Township High School, Almond Road campus for tonight's game, North Suburban Conference, Lake Division, Prairie Division crossover featuring the Warren Blue Devils in white and the Grant Bulldogs in red. My name is John Stansikevich. I'm the head girls basketball coach at Warren Township High School, and my partner tonight is my assistant varsity basketball coach, Nick Camparese. Nick's got the breakdown on the Grant Bulldogs and Warren Blue Devils. Take it from here, Nick.
Sure thing, John. Thanks. Warren is currently 16-11 overall, 6-6 in the conference. Grant is 13-13, also 6-6 in their part of the division of the conference. So it should be a great matchup tonight. It is Warren. It's their senior night, so they should be amped up and emotional, ready to go. Grant had their senior night last week, so they're playing for some big-time pride tonight, John.
Well, you know, crossover games are always interesting, especially on senior night. Both teams getting ready for the IHSA state tournament. Both teams trying to solidify, you know, who's going to start, the rotations, try and get a good feeling going into the next week of preparation as they'll both open either on Monday or Tuesday in the state regional tournament.
Speaking of their lineups, both Grant and Warren have been kind of in flux with their starting lineups. Both have had somewhat of a roller coaster worth a season. And Warren tonight, they're starting Arias Austin, Derek Mason, Arthel Rosquist, Drayvon Hill, and Adrian Deere. A couple of those kids, John, they haven't been starting the whole season, but they've been finishing strong. And head coach Ryan Weber, he's been starting in the past couple games, and they've really been pulling out some good ones.
Yeah, they had a great win last Friday against Libertyville. Just took them right to them, took them to the woodshed, beat them by almost 30. But yeah, they've been up and down. A tough loss to Mundelein at home. Good win at Glenbrook North. So I'm sure, again, going into the end of the season, Coach Weber would like to get a real good handle on how his team is going to respond and what he's going to get come playoff time next week.
Sure, some kids in particular to take a look at is Adrian Deere, number 50 for Warren. He's a junior. He didn't start off the year as a starter, but last game against Libertyville, the game that you had mentioned, he scored a whopping 26 points, 17 of them coming in the first half. He played great, and Coach Weber said afterwards it's probably the best game he's ever played as a Blue Devil. So let's see if he can continue that momentum into tonight's game against Grant. Grant, on the other hand, they're starting Keon Miller, Matt Malmberg, Ryan Noda, Steve Dunning, and Mike Burns. And they're down a couple kids today, John. In particular, Tom Blanchett, number 3. He's their 6'3" senior forward. He's normally a starter and one of their leading scorers. He's out tonight with a broken nose that he suffered against Vernon Hills last game just a couple nights ago. He should be ready for the playoffs, but he is going to sit for the rest of the regular season here.
Well, that's not always easy, especially after teams played 27 games. To all of a sudden lose your leading scorer puts a lot of pressure on those other kids to come up with shots and you know, making plays that they may not normally do in the normal rhythm of their offense. However, on the other hand, it gives them a chance to react to that if he should get in foul trouble or get re-injured next week during the state tournament. It gives those kids a chance to begin to stand on their own 2 legs and understand what they might have to do to make up for his absence.
Absolutely. 4 of their 5 starters, Grant starters, are juniors, so they are an underclassmen team right now. Keon Miller, number 15, he is the only senior in the starting lineup tonight.
Well, the key is that it's not only your age at school, you know, your class at school, but it's how you play. So if these are kids that have had a lot of varsity experience, you know, by this time of the year, you're no longer a junior. You're really the beginning of your senior year. And if they've gotten good quality minutes against good competition, you shouldn't see too much of a difference between a senior, you know, and a junior at this point. If they're all within the rhythm of their play and they're comfortable with their roles, and coach has been doing a good job with them, it shouldn't really matter whether you're junior or senior at this time of the year.
That's a great point, John. Taking a look at some of the other Grant starters, some kids to take a look at in particular are number 22, Ryan Noda. He's a starting guard, but he's also 6'4", the tallest kid on the team. He scored 10 points against Antioch, 11 points against Round Lake, 18 points against Lakes, 18 points against Vernon Hills, and 18 points against Rolling Meadows, all in the past 3 weeks, John.
Well, the one thing we'll see is that at times during the season when Coach Weber's team has struggled, it seems to have been with their interior defense. And if anyone's going to have a chance to exploit it, it'll probably be Keon tonight at 6'4". I'm going to imagine that most of his points probably did come closer to the basket. And that will be a challenge for Warren tonight to be able to guard the inside and make sure that he doesn't get off and have a great performance.
Absolutely, and that defensive assignment I would assume is going to fall on Drayvon Hill tonight, Warren's 6'5" senior starting center. He's a beast on the boards, John, but let's see if he can take care of Keon Miller tonight and hopefully help Warren put the game away.
Well, I got a feeling given the records of both teams being around 500, there's been some up and down play. I'm sure both coaches are kind of wondering how their teams are going to play and how they're going to handle the inside play. You know, sometimes division games also against teams that don't normally play each other, you never know how your kids are going to come out. You know, a game like this might be bigger for Grant than it is for Warren, seeing how Warren has played, you know, more named opponents, and no doubt are really beginning to look forward to the regional, which is hosted here next week at Warren Township High School. This could be a real trap game for Warren, whereas Grant may be trying to come in to make a statement, finish their season on a real high note, you know, make this a highlight of their season. So, you know, we'll see how both teams come out.
Yeah, absolutely, and Grant's riding some pretty high momentum right now. On January 22nd to February 8th, just last week, they won 4 straight, some pretty big games, before finally losing to Lakes, and they won their last game against Round Lake here by almost 30 points. So since the winter break, John, they've gone 7-4, which is a pretty good record since the break.
Well, that's certainly what you want. You want your team to be playing well after Christmas, and it certainly seems that they're doing that. You know, I said, the one thing about Grant, no matter the sport, football, basketball, wrestling, girls, boys, their kids are always tough, and they're always ready to play, and they're always a physical presence on the field. And now our national anthem. And that was the Warren Spirit Band with our national anthem. As I was saying before, the national anthem, Grant has always been known for the, as Warren has, for the toughness and the stay-with-itness of their players. Now being recognized at half court by Warren Athletic Director Mark Pose are the Sportsmanship Award winners for each team. The North Suburban Conference does a nice job. One athlete from each sport at the varsity level is recognized at the end of the season for their performance during the course of the entire season of upholding and being a great example of the sportsmanship ideals as put forth by the North Suburban Conference.
The athlete plays unselfishly in such a way as to build up their team without drawing unnecessary attention to himself or herself. And the athlete yields the authority and direction of all floor officials, bench officials, school personnel, and coaches. Our award winners this evening, first from Grant High School's Tom Blanchett.
Again, Tom Blanchett is, unfortunately for Grant, their leading rebounder, one of their leading scorers. He's out again tonight with that broken nose.
And from Warren High School, Mitch Seigan. Ladies and gentlemen, a great round of applause for our sportsmanship
Mitch Seigen
team
from Warren
representatives
Township
from
High
the
School
North Suburban
Sportsmanship
Conference.
Award winner, along with Tom Blanchett from Grant. Congratulations to those two young men and their families. Congratulations to their team and their coaches for being such fine examples of sportsmanship in the North Suburban Conference.
And here are the starting lineups for our game tonight.
At the other guard, wearing number 22, 6'4" junior.
We had Matt
Ryan
Malmberg there,
Noda.
6'1" junior. Here's number 22, Ryan Noda.
In the middle this evening, wearing number 15, 6'4" senior Keon Miller.
Number 15, Keon Miller here is up next, 6'4" senior forward.
Number 23, 6'2" junior Steve Dunning.
This is number 23, Steve Dunning, a 6'2" junior forward.
6'2" junior wearing number 24, Mike Burns.
And Mike Burns, number 24, a 6'2" junior guard. He's their sharpshooter. He nails threes like it's his job, John.
You know, they're going to need that. You have to be able to exploit the zone with quick ball movement and taking the open outside shot before the defense can recover.
And here we are for our Warren Township Blue Devils. Here's our starting lineup.
Number 3, 6'3" senior Arias Austin.
Number 3, point guard Arias Austin. He's hit a couple buzzer beaters recently. He's been a stud for the team all year. Number 22, Derek Mason, 6' senior guard. He just worked his way into the starting lineup fairly recently. This is Drayvon Hill, 6'5" senior. Biggest Warren player this year.
6'3" junior Adrian Deere.
And number 50, Adrian Deere, 6'3" junior. Again, leading scorer last game against Vernon Hills. And Arthel Rosquist, who is really the only returning player from last year's team that got significant minutes. And early in the season, he struggled to find playing time through a myriad of injuries and some other stuff. And he's finally worked his way back into the mix, and he's playing great as of late.
Yeah, both basketball teams are warm, both the girls and boys graduated several Division I players, several players who are playing at the Division I, Division II, Division III level. Warren boys team lost pretty much everything they did, 95% of their scoring, rebounding, ball handling, leadership. And a big test for them early in the year was to see who was going to fill those roles. And it's one thing to play, but it's another to play in meaningful situations and big roles and be the person to take the big shots. It took a while. It's a kind of a shakeout cruise for the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season. Probably wasn't until Christmas where Warren went 3-2 at Pontiac with a noted win over Peoria Manual, where they probably really began to hit their stride and really began to understand how Coach Weber wanted them to play. Here's our tip.
And there's Drayvon Hill.
Tip won
with
by
the tip.
Warren. Working on the perimeter. Grant appears to be in a man-to-man defense. Warren runs good ball movement, good movement from left to right.
Drayvon Hill with a under the hoop dribble, misses the layup.
Rebound
Grant
taken
with
down
the rebound.
by Grant.
Ryan Noda at the top, passes underneath to Malmberg, scores a layup.
Well, right away early, you can see Grant going inside and trying to exploit the baseline defense of the Warren.
Here's Arias
zone.
Austin bringing the ball up, passes out to Arthel. Austin back up the top again, drives left, gets hit, no call, gets his own rebound, put back good.
Arias Austin.
Grant likes to get that ball in and up quick.
Noda over to Burns. Burns to Miller, and Dunning with the shot underneath, no good. Miller tries to get the board, goes out of bounds, Warren ball.
Again, second time down the floor, Grant eventually worked the ball to the baseline, made the Warren zone adjust and compress down to the baseline before looking back to the middle.
Grant putting some one-on-one pressure in the backcourt here. Austin breaks it pretty easily, brings the ball up the court. He's going left, passes over to Deere. Deere drives to the middle, swings the ball around Austin on the right wing, passes to Arthel underneath. He loses the ball back to Grant.
one of those maddening turnovers a coach just gets frustrated by, really not forced by the defense. But early
Burns
in
and
the game,
Note.
you like to see your players be aggressive.
Burns with the ball in the right wing. Good defense by Warren. Double team by Deere. Oh. Looked like a good block. They called a foul as Derek Mason was driving to the hoop.
Mike
Excuse me, as Adrian Deere was driving to the hoop.
Burns just got up. Boy, talk about recovery there. Got back and got elevation. You're right, Nick. That block looked pretty good from here.
I think it was more the slam against the backboard that the ref heard than anything. Deere misses the first of two.
You know, at that turnover at half court where Warren trapped the ball, you really got to be careful. Warren is a team that loves to play with streaks and momentum. If they begin to sense that Grant has any hesitancy bringing the ball up, it's going to be a long night for the Bulldogs.
Deere makes the second of two. Warren's up 3-2. Good defense by Austin out on the wing.
Yeah,
Ooh, there's the double team.
Well, again, you saw it. Grant got it over half court. Warren closed the trap. Derek Mason, Adrian Deere, and they struggled. They got bailed out by the foul.
Noda passes up top to Burns. Burns for three, no good. Drayvon Hill goes up for the board, but it's tipped out by Grant back to Warren. Pressure in the backcourt again, no problem for Austin. Austin out to Arthel. Right wing, jab steps. Forced pass up top, Austin loses it. And that's a fast break two for Keon Miller.
4-3, Grant up. You can tell both teams just trying to feel out each other here. Grant now playing really a lot of pressure on the perimeter. They're on the ball hard, and then they're kind of sagging off.
Austin drives to the middle, pull-up pass. Adrian Deere wasn't ready for it. He was looking for a shot from Austin. Didn't come. Missed the pass, out of bounds, back to Grant.
Both teams trying to get some traction here, trying to get a feel for how they're going to play. No real rhythm to the game yet.
Grant's standing around maybe a little too much here, John. Not sure how to handle this Warren pressure.
You know, there aren't a lot of teams that play this up in the in Lake County area. Coach Weber bringing it. Ooh,
lob pass all the way across the court. Not really a good pass. Austin goes coast to coast. Shot is blocked, but the foul is called as Austin goes up. He's going to the line for two. Looks like we got three subs coming in here. Number 20, Timmy Peepers. Number 14, James Battori. And finally, number 34, Mitch Seigan.
Looks like the officials are pretty much established that if you're going to go up and block a shot, it better be going straight up, because any type of body contact they're going to penalize you for. And again, that's something that both teams need to get used to. I know both teams like to play a little bit more physical brand of basketball. And that's always what's tough for players to figure out first is how are the officials going to let you play on a given night.
Austin misses another free throw. Burns and Noda back and forth again.
Yeah, a lot standing around here, Nick.
Noda's
like
got the ball at the top.
matching up a 1-2-2 with a 1-2-2 of their own.
Mm-hmm. Peepers is at the top of the, no, not Peepers. Battori is at the top of the 1-2-2.
Whoa.
Seigan bullying in there for the rebound.
Out of bounds, Grant underneath.
Here's Shane White, number 32, 6'2 senior, in for Arthel. A lot of standing at the top for Grant. They catch Warren sleeping
And again,
as Burns goes down the middle.
Baseline, open up the middle of the lane for Warren.
Austin pull up three in transition. He was wide open. They left him wide open, John,
Yep.
and he buries it.
That's a killer 5-point play. The two you don't get, and then the three that Warren hits on the other end. Great job by Warren to hit that open three. They're not afraid to shoot it if they're open.
Now we've got Austin at the top here on the 1-2-2. Good defense by Vittori. Good hustle. Doesn't come up with the ball. Burns with the 3. No dice. 0 for 2 for him. Good defense by Seigan. Goes straight up. And here's Austin the other way. Quickly the other way.
Nice
Seigan
pass.
with the and one. Great finish. Great pass. Good teamwork by Warren.
You got to reward the big guy when he runs the court. Challenge the shot at one end. Busts his butt down the other end. Finishes with the layup and one.
Following Grant's number 23.
Great play by Warren.
His second.
And a timeout, Grant. 5-0 run for Warren. Down 4-3 in the last 2.5 minutes. They've scored 5 in a row. Take the lead 8-4. You know, Nick, we had a chance to practice with
30-second
the
timeout.
boys team at the same time during the course of the season. That's one thing you see them working on. They like to play up tempo. They like to take the open shot. They're not going to pass up many open shots, and they're going to attack the rim every chance they get.
Absolutely, and they definitely have the personnel to do it. You know, most of their kids are very athletic, and most of them can take it to the hole and finish strong. They love doing it in practice. They love challenging each other in practice, going to the hole, working on their one-on-one moves, and it's definitely paying off here.
It sure is. You know, again, we talked earlier about how Warren can play in streaks. They're certainly on one of those hot streaks right now.
Last basket was
And
good by
this is
Warren.
definitely a team because of their bit of an experience. You know, they like playing with confidence. And right now, things are going their way. They're a dangerous team when they're playing with confidence.
Seigan hits the and one.
Good finish by the big man.
3-point play after the timeout. Warren's extending their 1-2-2 a little bit further up the court this possession.
2-1-2 against that. Warren really keeping Grant on the perimeter of the offense right now.
Seigan gambles, and it pays off. Gets it to Peepers. Peepers dribbling up the court up to Austin on the left wing. He drives baseline, kicks it back out to Peepers, dribbles the baseline again.
Nice
right-handed
take,
finish, no good. Rebound, Lestracio from Grant.
Timmy Peepers, a member of the Boys State Championship soccer team here at Warren Township High School. Another turnover by Grant.
Vittori takes it all the way. Finger roll, good.
You can see it. All of a sudden, Warren's playing bigger. They're taking up a lot of space on the court right now, Nick. Blood in the water right now for the Blue Devils.
And Grant can't quite seem to figure out how to beat this 1-2-2 press.
So you got to come away with something inside there. You got to get a foul or a basket there.
Ooh, good shake and bake move
Nice
by
move.
Arias Austin there. Great crossover.
Arias Austin just in his element right there. Well, I don't know if you need to do that, but Arias is certainly a player that's most comfort just going to the basket, making it up as he's going along.
Warren's number 3, Arias Austin, his first.
After a quick rest from Note on Grant, number 22, he's back in. This time from Mike Burns. Sits down for the first time. Here's Joe Saduskas for the first time, and he is in for Frank Tokars, who's only in there for about a minute. There's Noda in the backcourt bringing the ball up.
Well, right now, I think as a coach, you're just looking for the right pieces to break this Rubik's Cube. You got to figure something out, get some finishes inside. Grant has had some good looks.
Noda kind of a forced 3 there, the hand in his face. Warren comes up with the awkward rebound.
Nice steal by
Peepers to
Peepers.
Austin. Peepers still has it up at the top. Shoots an open 3, little short. Seigan, big board. Loose ball underneath. Seigan's battling 3 Grant Bulldogs. Jump ball.
You know, Seigan just a throwback to the type of player that's always been here at Warren Township High School boys basketball. Just tough, unassuming, not flashy, physical, does his job, plays hard.
And gets the job done.
Yes, he does.
There's
Silent but effective.
Nice
There's
move
a
by
charge.
Noda. Takes on 2
Oh,
Warren
tough
players.
ball.
Seigan and Peepers both tried to take the charge as Noda took it in, went in for the left-handed finger roll. It went in. It took the ref a second, but he called a charge and won.
You know, you can see Coach Weber wants an explanation of why he didn't get the benefit of the call there. It looked like both players were there in plenty of time. But that's one of those bang-bang plays in basketball, and the official, through experience, years of doing it, it's just a reaction play, just like for a player. And, you know, most often they're right.
Peepers is the one that draws the foul. And he's got the ball in the left wing. He dribbles up top, passes over to Austin on the right wing. Looking for Shane White on a roll, doesn't get it to him. Seigen in the corner, takes a dribble up top.
Not a lot of standing on this end of the court on offense.
No, Warren's moving the ball very well across the court. They're taking their dribbles wisely, passing to the open man, being patient on offense. Here's Adrian Deere back in for Vittori. Vittori, a very effective couple minutes there on defense and offense. Austin to pass the ball in. Deere for the lob.
Nice play.
Rims out.
Nice play by the Blue Devils. Back screen action, top of the key. Misdirection, nice pass.
Following grades number 33, Joseph.
And Mike Burns is drawn with his teammates a little bit. I think he didn't get the screen call. He wasn't ready for it. And Adrian Deere burned him on the backside.
Yeah, you're covering Adrian Deere in that situation. You need some help from your teammates. You got to know that screen's coming. You got to get a little help while you recover.
Deere goes 2 for 2 from the line. Warren's up 15-7. Here's Matt Malmberg back in for Joe Saduskis. Adrian Deere's at the point of the 1-2-2 right now, putting some ball pressure at the top. Burns and Noda passing back and forth. Keon Miller gets the ball in the middle. Goes up for the foul. Looks like Shane White's going to draw that one.
Again, interior defense is going to be one of the keys of the game. Just have to continue to move and communicate.
Following Warren's number 32, Shane White. His first at the line for Grant, number 15, Keon Miller. Shooting 2.
Keon Miller hits the front of the rim, hits it twice, and bounces out. No good. Hits the second.
Sub in for Warren.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 3, Arias Austin.
Arias puts up the 5.
And here's some pressure by Grant.
Grant extending the court.
No call?
And a travel.
Warren not ready for that pressure by Grant.
No, they certainly didn't run their press break very well there. Coach Bosworth's got to do something to change the tempo. He's got to get it back. Got to get that dial back more, the needle back more on their side of the ledger right now.
Got Burns at the top. He's taking on Arias Austin. Could get a 5 call, no. Malmberg tries to drive middle. Makes a pass when he was wide open. Ooh. It's going to go to Warren after Derek Mason throws it off Grant's leg in a desperation move.
That was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball right in the young man's midsection.
Mason goes over and apologizes for hitting him in the wrong spot. Shane White with the ball at the top.
Nice
Seigen hits a
action.
back screen. Good backdoor move. Seigen misses the front end of the layup there, but Austin gets a quick steal. Adrian Deere, finger roll, good. He's got long arms, John. He's a great finisher at the rim.
Him and Arias, because of their size and length, when they get to the rim, they can elevate over players, they can elevate around players, they're athletic.
Derek Mason at the point right now. Passes over to White.
19 seconds left.
White drives with the left hand all the way to the hole.
Rush to the rim.
Deere ends up with it at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Mason. Now it's Austin at the top.
Final 6 seconds.
Shane White to Seigen. Seigen's going to have to do something. Austin with the drive.
1.
Deere with the tip-in at the buzzer. Beautiful follow.
Well, after being down 4-3 early in the first quarter, Warren finishes with a 15-5 run to go up 19-8 at the end of the first quarter. Took them a few minutes, first 2.5, 3 minutes into the game. Warren finally found their legs, got their confidence, got a feel for the game. and then allowed their athleticism and their training to take over. And, you know, it looks like they're exploiting some of the, you know, not that Grant has bad ball handlers, but just some uncertainty against how they're going to unmatch and break this pressure in the half court.
Right now, Warren's being led by Arias Austin, 7 points in the first quarter, and also Adrian Deere with 7 points, so they account for 14 of Warren's 19. Grant, on the other hand, they've only got 3 scores. We've got Keon Miller with 3, we've got Matt Malmberg with 2, and we've got Ryan Noda with 3 for a total of 8 points in the first quarter. They're down by 11 at the end of 1.
All right, starting the second quarter for Warren, they come out with Arias Austin, Derek Mason, Adrian Deere. Arthel. Yeah, Arthel, everyone crowd favorite, and also Mid-Saigon. Grant ball to start.
Let's see if they can do anything different here than they did in the first quarter, see what kind of adjustments Coach Wayne Bosworth is going to make here.
Well, they're still trying to spread the ball out in the half court, playing wide up top. You know, it just looks like they just don't have that. They're still looking for that one player to pull the trigger when they get that open shot.
A couple people flashing the ball for the first time, and here's Warren on a fast break. Deere goes up. Oh, he misses the dunk. Shorts it. Couldn't get up high enough. He's hustling back, but he's way far back there. And here he's going to try again.
He's going to miss this time. Nope.
Oh, boy. Well, he doesn't get the dunk, but it was a heck of a finish on that and one.
You know, apparently the first time he was a little too open.
Yeah. Number 31, Luke Lestrasio, he tries to challenge Deere. He does a good job of getting back. Deere just made a really great play on toward the rim. So after that semi-embarrassing attempt at a dunk, Deere does come back and finishes strong. Let's hope he can get the and one.
Well, again, Grant is getting some good looks inside.
Nice basket, good by
You know, that last shot they took, I don't know, you got a much better look than that. At some point, you got to put the ball in the basket. You just need to make a couple shots. Deere misses the free throw.
Trayvon Hill back in the game for Shane White.
Grant again going at 2-1-2 and a foul by Derek Mason. There's a fine line between playing aggressive and making fouls and just being a little bit out of control. And I think Derek was just a little bit out of control.
Reaching a little bit too much when he doesn't need to. They're in the steering wheel. No need to help them get back in the game.
Exactly.
Deere gets taken out of the game. Peepers comes back in.
Luke Lestrasio with the ball. 3 for Grant. Peeps with the rebound. Arias a little bit out of control there.
It's a great steal by Noda. He goes all the way to the hole. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, that play will look good on a poster, but...
Yeah, that was a Stacey King poster. Noda dunks right over Timmy Peepers. I mean, right in his grill. Timmy Peepers, however, he got there in time, set his feet, and unbelievably, at least to the Grant bench here, Noda gets called for the charge, no good on the dunk, and the Warren crowd goes nuts for Timmy Peepers.
Well, that's Timmy Peepers stepping up and being a man right there, taking one for the team. You got to love that when you're a coach. That'll fire your team up, too. Even though you just got dunked on, you see a teammate take one.
It was Mason for 3 in the corner.
Right back at you. That completes the play. If you're Timmy Peeper, you're feeling really good right now.
Absolutely. Ryan Noda dribbles right into the double team of Austin and Peepers. Spins back to the middle, loses the ball.
Guys, this is a great example. You don't need to be the greatest athlete to make a play that's going to fire up a crowd. You take a charge, you help your team set up a play for a 3, and then you come and get a steal at the point. And Timmy will hear about that a little bit, but he knows he's one of the guys that'll step up and take a charge too.
Just a great defensive sense of play. Lestrasio picks up his dribble, passes over to Miller on the left wing.
You know, if I remember right, Timmy played defensive halfback on the soccer team. You know, so his job was to read the field and to protect the basket. He was last line of defense on the soccer field as well. Grant converts on the layup there.
Ooh, Arias Austin gets caught sleeping a little bit on the dribble. Noda steals the ball from him and goes in for an uncontested layup.
You know, here's one of those times as a team you've got to maintain your focus. You built a nice lead at home. You're still up 12, but you have to maintain your focus. And Arias just lost his concentration there, looking up and not paying attention.
Here's Arthel in the right wing. Jab steps, looking to get to the hole. Passes over to Dre. Dre to Peepers on the right wing. Dre cuts to the hole. Peepers dribbling up top.
This is where Warren just needs to run their set. Grant is starting to feel pretty good about themselves right now.
Drayvon Hill, center for Warren, nails a left corner three. When you're hitting shots, you're hitting shots, John.
Sure are. No, but again, you watch these Blue Devils practice, and they're taking everyone shooting the three ball at some point in practice. Drayvon says, give me some of that three-pointer.
Yes, I've always believed that good shooting's contagious from top to bottom of a team. And you got center shooting threes, Grant's in trouble. Mason with the ball on the left wing, passes up to Drayvon Hill. Double dribble. Drayvon Hill, back to Grant.
Coach Weber not real happy with the officials right now, trying to get a little explanation of why that was a travel on Warren's end and not down when Grant has the ball. Well, both these coaches, like all good coaches, highly competitive, trying to work every angle they can get.
Do we need a trainer to report to the scores table, please?
And Coach Weber's a smart guy. He definitely knows when to pick his battles. Not sure what's going on here.
You know what? You got blood on the floor, I believe, or some type of.
Oh, looks like Noda's finger's bleeding. I wonder if that had to do with the dunk play.
So you see the officials looking at the on the floor there by the Blue Devil. Warren AD, Mark Pose up on the floor. Former athletic trainer here at Warren Township High School for many years before taking the athletic director's position.
Mark Pose was?
Yes, he was.
No kidding.
Yeah, actually athletic trainer for the USA Olympic baseball team back in the day. Trainer for the Indiana men's basketball team with Bobby Knight back in the day. And you only know those things when you've been teaching at a school for 19 years, Nick.
These are all great things
Started
to know.
when I was 12. I'm 31 right now, so I was as a prodigy.
31?
As a
Gotcha.
teacher. Yeah. Yeah, so now they got to check the uniforms. Someone's got it on them.
Again, it is definitely Noda wrapping up the finger now. It is 27-12. Warren is winning by 15. 4.5 minutes left in the first half.
Wow, he must have took a real shot. He's bleeding from his finger like that. Where it's dripping all over the floor. Well, with 4:38 left.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
That's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
For about a 5-minute delay, we're back here, ready to play basketball. Blood on the court, blood on jerseys. Cleanup crew is done. There's Noda driving left on Deere, putting the pressure. Noda back up top. Deere being aggressive. Reach on 5-0, Adrian Deere. Another touch foul for Warren. They're just being a little too aggressive up at the top when they maybe don't need to. Both teams are in the bonus at this point.
Well, when you're up by 15, that's not a place you want to be, is in the bonus. Giving, the team that unguarded 15-foot jump shot.
Bad pass by Noda. Way to get up the floor. Austin. Left side, right hand. Good finish.
That's Warren in its element. Warren at its best.
Warren getting the ball up the court very quick, John. They look great passing the ball up in transition.
Oops,
that's an over and back.
Turnover.
Mike Burns just loses the ball. Dribbles it off his own foot.
See, but you just see that hesitancy. Like Grant's not quite sure where that first entry pass is going to be to break the front line of the Warren defense, that first level.
Arthel Rosquist up top. Derek Mason's got the ball at the right wing, dribbles to the middle. Good pass to Deere underneath. Can't make the up and under. Rebound Miller, kicks it out to Burns. Burns driving to the right. Double team Mason and Deere. Another foul. Another reach. That'll put Mike Burns at the line.
Well, that's 2 fouls on Derek Mason.
22, Derek Mason, his second.
Let's see if Weber gets him out. Here comes James Vittori.
I think that's one of those rules that's in the coaching handbook. 2 fouls on the first half and you're on the bench.
Burns, even though he's one of their sharpshooters, I don't think he's made a shot yet tonight.
Nope.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. There's Arthel at the top, making a move, crossover, comes back to the middle. Deere on the left wing. Good pass underneath to Drayvon Hill. Pump fake. Oh, and Deere isn't ready for the pass at the free throw line. Goes out of bounds to Grant.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 14, James Vittori.
You need a little touch on that pass, young man.
There's Burns, the left wing, 3. Hits it, swish.
Well, if that starts going in,
Mike Burns.
Grant might find themselves a way to get back into the game. Extend the floor again. 2-2-1 pressure.
Vittori across the court to Arthel. Oh my goodness, he came down hard on his shoulder, Arthel Rosquist. His teammates going over to make sure he's okay. Thunderous boom on the ground.
Yeah, Arthel really exposed himself going up for that layup there.
Here comes the crew of athletic trainers.
Apparently 1 for each limb. 4 trainers, 4 limbs.
He's kind of writhing on the floor in pain, John.
Correction on the last foul, number 23.
Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. There he is, he gets helped up.
No, it's going to take a lot to get Arthel off the floor.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He's definitely, he broke his ankle or a bone in his foot, I'd say the third week of the season, and he came back very quickly. I mean, he worked his tail off to try to get back on the court. And he was playing on a semi-broken foot for a couple weeks.
Yeah, Arthel's senior at this part of the year. It takes a lot to get a senior off the floor. Every minute that they're on the floor is so precious to him. Arthel plays a lot of emotion, a lot of passion on the floor.
And he's definitely one of those kids who, we saw him in the summer every second that he could, he's in there working on his game, working on his handles, working on his shot, working on his quickness, his defense. It's good to see him bounce back up and shoot his free throws. He does miss the first of two, though.
Not happy to be coming out.
Yeah, coach has got to make sure he's okay. Hits it.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 32, Shane White.
And that's Shane White checking in for Arthel Rosquist. I think this is the first time that Drayvon Hill and Shane White have been in at the same time, so Warren going a little bit bigger than they're used to.
Yeah, Warren trainer Kathy's going to take a look at Arthel on the sidelines now. Better safe than sorry. Any player's going to want to tough it out, but on the other hand, you got to make sure kids are healthy and safe.
Looks like Grant went to a 1-2-2, similar to what we've got going on. Wow, Deere got up high on that one to catch that ball.
Yeah, he was up above the rim. I was surprised. I thought for sure that was out of bounds. 32-15 the score. Warren still slowly building the lead. Grant just still hasn't figured out an answer. Nice cut up the middle.
Noda misses the finger roll. Keon Miller tried to get the putback. Noda with another offensive rebound. That's Deere with the foul underneath. And that's going to put Ryan Noda at the line, 1-1.
Yeah, it seems to be one of those differences so far between the two teams. And when Warren gets around the rim, they've been finishing. Grant is still having a hard time finding an answer to finishing in the rim when they get into the lane. It's not like the difference in a 16-point game, but it certainly makes a 16-point game an 8 or 6-point game.
Grant seems to be really struggling at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, 1-2-2, Nick.
They're not trying to trap like Warren. The principles are somewhat similar. Deere at the top. That's a long three. Oh, it's not a three. It's a pass to White underneath. Faked everybody out in the gym, including me.
Yeah, it's a design play. They ran a screen on the baseline for Sean White. Made to look like a shot. Draws the attention of the defense to rebounding positions. They set a screen on that baseline post, and in sneaks that post from the corner.
Ooh. Burns with another three. That one was from about a foot and a half behind the three-point line.
In a row from almost the same spot on the floor as before. 1 minute left in the quarter and the half.
Lawson at the top being guarded by Burns. There's Vittori, passes to Drayvon Hill in the corner to Shane White on the block. Wide open, hits the little jumper, 5-footer.
Well, you play that zone to guard the perimeter. You don't figure the big men are going to hurt you too much with their shot.
Deere gets a hand on the ball.
Nice fake.
Arias, great fake pass
what a great
to Deere.
By Arias.
Nice little floating layup.
And a couple steals here. You see how much bigger Warren starts playing in the half court.
Burns dribbling out of control right into 4 Warren defenders. Loses the ball to a jump ball. And it's going the other way to Warren.
Well, again, Warren gets a couple steals. They begin to sense a little uncertainty in an opponent.
Number 11, Frank
And they got you right where they want you.
Warren has now extended the lead 38-19. Grant's really struggling on offense. .30 seconds left. Let's see if Warren holds for the last shot.
Ooh. Adrian took one to the face there. I guess he had the answer to that question.
There you go. No slowing down for Warren. They're in it to kill it.
Following Grant's number 11, Frank Tokars.
Frank Tokars. I don't know if he's in relation to Jerry Tokars, former boys head basketball coach at De La Salle Institute, Chicago.
Where you started your career, correct, John?
I started as a coach, yes.
When was that, 12 years ago, you said?
Yeah, 12 plus 12.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 22.
Here comes Deere coming out after hitting his free throws. Looks like he got poked in the eye. Derek Mason comes back in to finish the quarter. 20 seconds left. Noda with the ball for Grant coming up court. Passes cross court to Burns. Burns just getting it over the half court. Floater. Mason almost gets it. Shane White cleans up. Arias Austin going the other way quickly. Great finish, Arias Austin.
Great finish.
Burns can't even get the ball in. Vittori challenging.
That's the end of the first period.
Heads up cheerleaders.
42, Grant 19.
Warren finishes at half. Does not give Grant a chance to build any momentum going into halftime. It's a nice statement at the end there.
Absolutely. You can tell by the way Grant is trudging back to the locker room right now, John, that they're just downtrodden and depressed. Warren is running all over them.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure something out at halftime, figure out how they're going to attack this press, find a way to make a quick entry pass or two. 24, number 24, Mike Burns hit a couple threes. If there's a way they can find him on that wing, find ways to create openings for him. He was the one player for Grant that seemed to show the ability to hit an outside jump shot. They certainly were able to get looks inside, couldn't finish them, but perhaps during halftime they'll be able to get their confidence back and make some shots.
And here are Varsity Devilettes, who went downstate just recently, and I believe they took third in the state competition.
Yes, they finished first place last year, IDTA state championships, third place this year, first year IHSA running the dance team competition. Great squad.
See what they have in store for us tonight. Start of the third quarter. Grant inbounds the ball. Noda over to Burns. Miller across the court. Burns drives, takes a shot at the left elbow, rims in. Good start for Grant. They need to get back into it quickly.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. There's no time to waste. When you're down by 21 on the road to a good Warren team, good athletic Warren team, you got to get every point you can. Grant comes out again in the 1-2-2.
Arthel's back in the game. He must be okay, John.
Yeah.
Deere across the court. Austin open at the three-point line. He drives, pull up, long, rims out. Grant with the ball. Not much of a transition game for Grant. They had an opportunity to run there, and they chose not to.
No, but you watch the Grant kids now, started the second half. They're playing with a lot of energy, bouncing their step, putting a little confidence, certainly not hanging their head after the way they finished the first half. Testament to their coaching staff and their kids.
Mason gets a quick steal. Underneath to Deere. Couldn't handle the pass, out of bounds, back to Grant.
Well, Warren's just got to keep it simple here. Try not to get too fancy.
Quick substitution. Peepers is in. Derek Mason is out.
Grant starts off 4-0. But you look up at the scoreboard and you've scored the first two baskets and you're only down by 19.
Pieper with the ball on the right wing. Double team comes, he breaks it. All the way across the court to Arthel. Arias, good dribble drive. Pieper again underneath. Arthel underneath.
Nice shot.
Three underneath. Bucket by Arthel.
You know, all with dribble penetration too. Make the defense commit. And in each case, Warren player did a nice job not forcing a shot. Timmy Pieper thought better of that.
Way not to force the ball. That was a great defensive play on Arthel on the other end. Great hustle play. Tips it in bounds.
I think what Coach Weber sees here is that his Warren squad is playing hard, maybe not quite with the same rhythm or not quite in sync. Wants to remind them what they want to accomplish here. Again, up 19, just keep it simple. You don't need to make the hard play. You just need to find the easy ones out on the floor and convert. You certainly did that in the first half.
So, John, if you are Wayne Bosworth on Grant, I mean, you've been in this situation many times, unfortunately, comes with the coaching territory. What do you tell your team at this point?
You keep playing hard. You know, the point is if you're at this point of the season, if you're getting ready for a state tournament, you never know. You might come out of the locker room with a deficit. You want them playing hard, focusing on making the right plays. Don't concentrate on the scoreboard right now if you're Grant. You want to focus on how you're playing and the decisions you're making. Are you staying within the game plan?
Pieper misses a three on the left wing.
If you do things the right way, the score will come back to you eventually.
There's Burns with a three.
There you go, 7 in a row to start.
Warren struggling off the bat here in the third quarter. Pieper in the left corner, dribbles back up top. Arthel at the ball at the top of the key. Crossover, 15-foot jump shot. Front of the rim, no good. Miller with the rebound. Here comes Burns up the right side of the court. Oh, pull-up three. Off the back iron, but you know what? I like how Burns is coming out confident.
Yeah, if you're Coach Bosworth, you probably want your kids to treat the start of the second half as a 0-0 game. There's not a lot you can do down 21 in terms of, you know, making a couple shots and being up. You just have to play patient within yourselves. See if you can win the second half.
Grant's going man-to-man here. It looks like Luke Lestrasio checked in, and now he's checking Arias Austin, trying to stay with him every step of the way, making it hard for him to run the offense.
Now, there's no help off on Darius right there.
Here's Burns with the ball. Passes up the right side of the court there to Matt Malmberg. Lestrasio in the corner, back up to Burns. And there's a foul on Deere at the free throw line as they're trying to get the ball into Miller.
It's 3 on Adrian, too.
His third.
Here comes a three-man line change. Shane White, Derek Mason, and James Battori back in the game for Warren.
You know, and again, that's a frustrating thing when you're a player like Adrian, your team's leading scorer. You got to watch those situations. Now he's got 3 fouls. He's going to be on the bench for a while.
He's a big part of their defense, too.
Yes, he is.
There's a wide open shot for Malmberg at the top. He nails it. One possession at a time. Grant's whittling this lead down, and there's an unforced turnover by Shane White. All the way underneath his own basket. He sails it over the head of Derek Mason, out of bounds. Back to Grant.
You know, again, Grant comes out with some good energy here, stays focused. Obviously, with the game plan, you hit a couple shots, you start feeling better about yourself. Warren, on the other hand, comes out, misses a few shots, a couple turnovers. All of a sudden, maybe there's a little doubt creeping in. Adrian goes off the floor with foul trouble. You just got to get their focus back.
All right, John, I just a moment ago asked you, what does Bosworth tell his team? I'm going to ask you, what is Coach Ryan Weber telling his team right this second in the timeout?
Well, you know, again, it's the same thing that Bosworth told his, no doubt. Coach Weber's trying to get his kids back on the game plan, trying to remind them what they did in the first half to be successful, keep it simple. You know, it's not that Grant's doing anything amazingly different than they did in the first half other than hit some shots. So Warren needs to get out on shooters. Offensively, they need to stop turning it over. They need to get some quality possessions here. They've had, I would say, in their first 6 possessions, probably turn it over 3 times. And so, you know, again, you need quality possessions. You need to get buckets. You need to get to the free throw line. You need to, you know, just be able to give yourself something to feel good about what you're doing on the floor. Build your confidence again. A little different group out here for Warren, too. So, you know, again, the challenge for the Blue Devils here is that this group has got to stem the tide. And even though they're up 15, you don't want it to get any closer than that.
Got Derek Mason at the top of the 1-2-2 right now, running back and forth. Burns over to Lestracio. Lestracio's got a double team on him. Barely gets the ball off to Malmberg. Malmberg at the top. And there's Burns with another fairly wide open 3. Shorts it this time. They got to get a hand in his face.
Yeah, you do. That's the other thing. In that timeout, Coach Weber was calm. He was not time to yell, not time to get down on your guys. They're already a little doubt creeping into their mind. The last thing they need is someone just totally pounding them. And there you go.
Nice strong drive by Arias Austin. Rips the ball. Goes right and tacks the rim. Good finish.
Yeah, nice clear out by Warren. There was no help there at all by Bulldogs.
Good trap by Battori in the left corner. Oh, Burns thought about shooting a 3 feet behind the line. Steve Dunning, he misses a very short little hook. They really needed that one. Here's Austin dribbling at the top. Burns putting pressure on him.
There's that clear out again, 1-4 high.
Good pass underneath to Mason.
Help
wide open.
Nice play by Arias.
Very nice play. Grant's got to rotate down better on that on defense.
You know, in that timeout, obviously Arias was listening. He just came out, played under control. Yeah.
Burns, another 3.
And that was a big 3, too.
Yeah.
This young man is not getting shortchanged with his 3-pointers. Those are all 2-3 steps behind the arc.
There's Drayvon Hill. He thought about shooting another 3. He takes it to the hole. Ooh, almost an and 1. Can't quite finish, though. He thought about shooting that, but I'm glad he didn't.
Well, and you know, again, I think over the course of a long season, players begin to understand how their coaches want them to play, and in that case, coming out of that timeout, as a group, it appears that the Blue Devils listen to Coach Weber, playing under control, playing poised, you know, running their sets and getting the shots that they need. And that, you notice, last 2 times down, both of them going to the bucket. Layups and free throws.
Hill misses the first of 2.
That's the beauty of a 21-point lead at halftime, is that you do get an opportunity to maybe come out a little out of sync from the locker room and still recover, as the Blue Devils are now up by 16.
Hill misses both free throws at the line. Our fellow Gambles misses, sprinting back.
Under 2 minutes in the third quarter. quick moving third quarter. Harassing.
Good hands by Vittori, but he gives the ball up, and it's a quick steal by Burns. Behind the back pass, trying to be fancy when you don't have to, and it's off the hands of Luke Lastrasio. Unforced turnover when they should have had a layup there, Coach.
You know, if that works, you stay on. If it doesn't, it's a ticket to the bench. And a coaching clinic from your head coach.
There you go. And even though Mike Burns is their leading scorer right now, he got pulled. Wayne Bosworth not happy with his guard right now with that decision.
You know, turnover by the Blue Devils. They like to run an out of bounds press break where they take and throw the ball along the baseline. You can't do that after a turnover. That only works after a made basket when you can run the baseline.
Bad pass by Noda on the inbound. He does get the ball back. Drives to the left. Fouled on the drive. He's going to the line for 2. Great
hustle. It's always a danger, though, when you try and save the ball on your own baseline. The danger is you pass it to the other team and they get a 5-on-4, 4-on-3, usually an odd number break going to the rim.
And that's Arthel's second. He's telling Coach Weber he'll be okay. He's got to play smarter on defense, though.
Arthel wasn't singing "Put me in, Coach." He was singing "Leave me in, Coach."
Fancy inbound play there by the Blue Devils.
You know, that time it works because Grant had just scored, and so Warren had the right to run the baseline. Nice pass.
Wow. What a great crossover pass. No hesitation. Saigon with the easy layup on the left side of the bucket.
You have to respect him going to the basket. Arias is so good penetrating that it just occupies the defender. And a player with vision like Arias, nice spin dribble.
Austin with the 3. Can he hit from the outside too? No good this time. Miller with the rebound. Oh, almost a steal by Austin. Here comes Noda, dribbling up the court. Good pass inside. No good. Dunning misses another one. Vittori from the corner, 3. That rims out. Up and down.
Everywhere but all the way down. Spun around the rim.
Lastrasio with the ball, slowing things down. Back to Noda. Grant's going to want to work for a quality possession here.
Nice steal.
And there's a steal by Vittori. Vittori hoping for a goaltend there.
That one never got above the rim. Got to have a chance to go in first, guys.
Grant with a lot of lazy passes across the court, killing them here.
Well, you know, you expend so much energy to start that quarter. And Coach Bosworth really hasn't subbed. He hasn't gone to his bench very much other than taking Burns out. That, you know, some of his kids are looking a little tired right now, and that you know, physical begins to affect the mental.
Vittori good, 1 for 1 from the free throw line there.
You always like to see a kid like Notori rewarded. 2 possessions before he gave up, made that extra pass to Arias in the corner for the 3, which he ended up missing. But, you know, you make a good play there, it always comes back to you on the court where he got fouled and had his opportunities at the free throw line.
Vittori knew he shorted it, tried to get in there for the zone offensive rebound. Unfortunately, they called him the lane violation.
I've seen Alyssa Phillips do that so many times on the girls' team this year. Alyssa Phillips had that ability, though, to be able to do that, get a rebound without turning it over.
You know, it takes a special type of player to recognize right off the bat. And Alyssa Phillips, she must have done that at least a dozen times.
Yeah. Well, this is a great athlete. State qualifier in track for the high jump and long jump. All conference in basketball. She's going to have a good career in college for someone.
Austin with a long one-handed pass all the way over to Vittori in the corner with the 3. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Noda, half-court heave. Ooh. It was on target. It looked good, a little short. Good way to close out the quarter here for the Blue Devils.
Well, you know, and again, start the quarter half up, I believe, by 21. Grant cut it to 15, had a little momentum going their way. Coach Weber calls timeout, gets his troops back under control, gets a group out there that plays within the game plan and within themselves. And, you know, sometimes it's not always how, in fact, it's always not how you start, it's how you finish. And Warren finishes back up 21, 54-33.
So Grant gains no ground here in the third quarter. They're going to have a lot of work cut out for them in the fourth if they hope to make this a game.
Yeah, that'll be one for the ages, quite honestly, if they come back from a 21-point deficit to win, especially in the high school game where it's 8 minutes, no shot clock. The team can certainly play with the ball. You don't see that very often. I doubt Coach Weber would let his team play that out of control, that they give up a 21-point lead. But again, if you're Coach Bosworth in the huddle, you're staying focused on the now. You're staying focused on the next possession, what they need to do the next possession on offense, the next possession on defense. Continue to get better. You never know down the road. You might play a team like Warren, plays a 1-2-2 or a half-court trap. You can't replicate this all the time in your normal practice. So you just try and take this opportunity now to get better. A lot of these kids are juniors for Grant. Make this a learning experience now. But stay positive and keep them pointed, focused on doing the right things.
Seigan at the top.
Nice.
Passes out to Austin. Cuts to the hole, misses the layup. Good hustle by Vittori, but he inbounds the ball back to Steve Dunning. But he gets the ball back on a great hustle play. And there's Austin. Oh no, he passes the ball all the way over to Miller in the middle on accident. Vittori tries to hustle back. Miller gets the ball and one. Vittori with the foul.
What a great possession there, both ways. Got a little sloppy, but players diving on the floor, both teams. 21-point game, doesn't matter. They just play with a lot of intensity, a lot of pride, getting after it on the floor. Tough break for the Blue Devils. I thought they had possession here, tried to call timeout, didn't get it. Steal by Grant down the other way for the 3-point opportunity.
And that's one thing that you can say definitively about this Blue Devil team. They just work hard at all times on the court.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That's, and again, that's a testament to their coach and to the program that he's trying to run.
Vittori again from the corner. He loves that left corner and misses this time.
Yeah, he seems to like that deep corner three.
Here's Pieper cutting to the middle. Vittori again from the same spot. This time, swish.
Fool me once, gonna miss it. Not twice in a row for the young man. Sized it up after that first shot. Sign of a really good shooter.
Good hustle play by Seigan over to Pieper, who was able to get it to Vittori for that second time.
Yeah, it's something you take for granted that, a player makes that adjustment on their shot like that. Nice steal by Seigan. And away they go.
Oh, Vittori botches the layup, but Pieper's there to clean it up.
3-on-1 break. Pieper saw the fact that Vittori had that layup opportunity, but he didn't quit running. There to clean up the miss.
And look at this defense by Warren.
Blue Devils, again, playing a lot of confidence, getting aggressive. Vittori maybe getting a little bit too greedy there, trying to go for the block. But again, you're up by 24, so you like the aggressiveness as a coach. You just want your players to learn to play with a little bit more control.
There's Steve Dunning at the free throw line, hits the first of two. Malmberg back in for Noda. Noda taking a rare break here on the bench. Dunning misses the second. Pieper with the rebound. Austin slowing things down. Here comes Seigan with the ball screen at half court. Arias goes the other way. Vittori again from the left corner. Shorts it. Miller with the rebound. Here's Burns back in the game finally. Up top to Lestracio. Back over to Burns. Back to Lestracio. Grant trying to work the ball around, getting it on the inside. Warren comes away with a pick. Arias, he's just toying with Lestracio. What a great step back move. Vince Carter a la 2000.
That was very nice.
Burns got hammered on that three. It almost went in. Austin doesn't think he got him, but I think he got him pretty good.
Well, when you let Arias or Adrian Dierks also play like that in the open court where they can find their rhythm with the dribble. They can find their rhythm off the dribble. They become even more dangerous.
Burns 1 for 2, about to shoot the third after these substitutions. Noda back in, Mason back in. Estracio comes out for Grant. Very tired after trying to check Arias Austin.
Yeah, that's a long day right there. That's a long day at the office.
Good board by Arthel. Oh, pokes it out. Peeper wide open for 3. Nails it. There wasn't a Grant guy on the entire side of the court there, John.
No, there wasn't. I think what you're beginning to see now is fatigue setting in for Grant. They gave it their best shot there in the third quarter.
Burns. Ooh, that one was long.
And now they're
He
looking
looks
a little flustered.
He looks tired too. There's Noda. Noda's got no quit in him. This kid is a tough kid.
Yeah, he sure is. He's got the right idea. You know, as a junior, he's just going to get better. He's got good size at 6'4". The young man starts finishing around the rim. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's not too often that you see a team have their tallest player as their point guard, but, I mean, really, Grant's been relying on Noda to be their primary ball handler the entire game.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 32, Shane White, and number 42, Dre Hill.
Here comes Drayvon Hill and Shane White back in the game for Saigon and Arthel.
Checking in for Grant, number 30.
Estracio got a quick break. He's back in here for Burns. Not quite sure why Burns got the pull. There's a full court press by Grant, trying to do what they can here with what's left of the game.
Yeah, again, 5.5 minutes left. You just don't want to make it easy for the Blue Devils. They certainly seem to be playing with a great rhythm in the last 2.5 minutes. You want them to make decisions. You want them to make passes, and they're certainly doing that.
Good pass by Mason underneath to Shane White with the finish. There's the trap on Noda, and they're going to call a foul. Austin not happy with that call. That'll be his third. At what point in time does Coach Weber start to take some of these starters out, John?
Well, without a game until next Wednesday, I would imagine he'll leave his starters in for a little while yet. That seems to have been his pattern during the course of the season. I would think that, another 2.5 minutes, you might see him begin to empty the bench. Next Wednesday, Warren opens the state tournament here, Warren Township High School, 7:30 game. And if I read the brackets right, they will play the winner of the Barrington-Wheeling playing game. That game will be at 7:30 on Monday. St. Vitus is the top seed in this regional. They'll play the winner of Rolling Meadows Highland Park on Tuesday.
Full court pass to Austin, to Hill.
Ooh.
Can't finish, no call. Hill pops back up. Oh, NBA continuation there.
A big time continuation.
Noda with the drive. Gets the and one. They're going to call that one on Shane White.
Well, again, you come down, you make an aggressive play going to the basket on the offensive end, you don't get it, and then you come down and give up the three-point opportunity. Not what you want to see.
Bosworth calls a timeout. Ryan Noda for Grant. He's got 16 points, by far their leading scorer.
Yeah, he's been it. He's been the only answer they've had for the Warren Blue Devils. Of course, he's probably been the most aggressive offensive player for the Warren Blue Devils as well. Trying to find out here where Grant has been sent to the IHSA playoffs. I believe they're 4A. And they're probably out west. Well, again, you got 4 minutes left. You certainly, at this point of the year, if you're Coach Weber or Coach Bosworth, you don't want any injuries to your main players. However, you do want them to get one last really good workout in a game-like situation before you begin your preparation for the state tournament.
(65-44), Warren up. 4:44 left in the game. Arias Austin's got 17 leading the way for the Warren Blue Devils. Again, Ryan Cota with 16 leading the way for the Grant Bulldogs. Coming in here, we've got Warren ball. Mason's going long. They don't look to him. White with the ball underneath. Passes to Pieper at half court. Dribbles across. Mason across the court over to Austin. Austin, good hard drive. Jumped in the air, didn't quite know what to do with it. Warren got lucky. Their ball.
Well, again, the key here, there's still half of a quarter left. You want your kids to stay focused. Want them to concentrate on positive plays, positive possessions.
Across the court pass. Right corner. Drayvon Hill with his second three of the game.
Touch for the big man.
My goodness.
Trying to convince Coach Weber he needs to be more of a three-point option for the Blue Devils. Steal by Pieper.
Steal by Pieper. Finishes. And this is a nice little run here for Warren.
And both teams still have their starting fives in. Warren only plays one way.
And that's a tough pass for Grant. The wheels are just falling off the bus for him here. Burns back in the game for Lestracio. See if Burns can get something going for Grant to end the game.
That's just that they have, like you said, it's kind of fallen off. They just kind of lost their focus here.
Shane White with a good hard drive.
Tell you what, I wouldn't take a charge on that guy.
No, absolutely not.
Too big.
He's a big, strong boy.
I don't know, my health insurance is good enough to cover that type of an offensive foul.
Shane White at the line for you.
He's got those battle pads on the shoulders and on the legs there just in case, because he likes to bang underneath.
Yeah, you always got to be worried about a guy who wears body armor to a basketball game.
We've got a five-man line change here. Arthel's going to wait for Shane White to shoot his free throws. But we've got Eric Gillespie, number 10. And Dominic Cuevas, number 12, coming in for the first time tonight. Cuevas is a 5'10 junior. Gillespie is a 5'7 junior. White hits the second, comes off the court laughing. Or fell back in. Blue Devils still pressing hard here. Trapping. Yeah, that was kind of a bailout call there for Grant.
Foul on Warren's number 12, Dominic Cuevas. First.
Well, Grant gets to open up IHSA State Tournament play next Monday at Prospect High School. Only in the way that can happen in the IHSA State Tournament. Grays Lake North and Fox Lake Grant get to travel all the way south to Mount Prospect to play their opening IHSA game. That'll be next Monday at 7:30. Should be a good game. Should be a good matchup. Warren spreading the floor, just running their set.
Oh, would have been a nice flashy move by Arthel. There's Gillespie with a nice drive. He gets fouled on the way to the rim. I don't think Coach Weber is too happy with that drive by Arthel. Coming to the scores table, we've got Sam Schroeder, 5'10 junior, number 10. And Tyler Luna, 6'4 junior, number 40. And they're in for the first time for Saigon and Arthel.
Well, this is always that tough time in a game for a coach. You've got your bench players. Maybe they haven't played as much during the season. You certainly have an opportunity to give playing time to all these kids. You try and be fair, trying to give them a chance to get some game experience. Warren and man-to-man. Keeping it simple.
Grant still going with most of their starters and bench players here. Still a handful of kids that he hasn't put in yet. Hoping that these kids won't give up.
Joe Saduskas at the line for Grant, shooting the second out, 2 free throws.
Saduskas misses the first of 2. Those are some bright shoes.
Oh, he's wearing a James Harden. He's got the James Harden look going, huh?
I think in order to have the James Harden look, you need the beard, right?
The beard.
You need the beard. Cuevas with the ball on the right wing. Rips to the middle. Luna to Schrader. Cuevas again on the right wing. He drives hard. Tough shot, fadeaway. Doesn't go in. I'm surprised Burns didn't jack that shot.
Yeah, I was ready. I agree. I thought for sure it was up.
And everybody on Grant is just struggling scoring on the inside. They've gotten looks. Gillespie, nice move to the baseline. Finishes strong with the right hand.
Loves that one. These kids have practiced hard all season. These kids know what they can do. They enjoy watching teammates do well and make plays.
Tough step back 3. Wow, he nails that in Battori's face. I think even Battori was surprised about that one. Luna with kind of an out-of-control drive there. Dribbles out of bounds, Grant ball.
Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 5, Khalil Skinner.
Khalil Skinner, number 5, 5'10 junior. He's in for the first time for the Blue Devils.
1:57 left in the game.
76-48. Quite a big spread.
The only question left now is who's winning the Hawks game.
The Bulls are on too. So what happens first, Coach Stan? Derrick Rose plays a basketball game or the Hawks lose an outright game?
Let's see, given the Hawks good, I'm going to say Derrick Rose plays before the Hawks lose. They don't play another back-to-back until next weekend, until this coming weekend.
Frank Tokars misses the first and the second. Schrader with the rebound. Cuevas coming up the court. And that's a quick shot by Skinner. Misses the 3. Gillespie tries to get the rebound, no good. Minute 39 left. Strong move by Saduskas. Again, having trouble finishing. Cuevas can't handle the pass up the court. Back to Grant.
Well, they're getting in the middle. You just got to take a shot over a defender that you can make. A little better probability of going in.
Grant's one more than they lost since Christmas break, like I said before the game. But take a look at, or listen to some of these scores here. Some of the losses that they've had. They lost to Barrington by 18. They lost to Lake Forest by 27. North Chicago by 31. And Lakes by 9. Here they're pushing almost 30 points. Yeah, they've had some tough losses.
Yeah, those double-digit losses are just some pretty good programs, though. You know, North Chicago, at least I'm sure when they played them, were favorites still to go downstate. Still are, you know, have a good chance to go downstate. Incredibly talented team. Barrington, a very solid, strong 4A team from the mid-suburban. What was that third score?
North Chicago 31, Lake Forest 27.
No shame in losing to North Chicago by 20. They're a really good team. Great size, too. Give the Blue Devils all they could handle in both games they played this year. No, less than a minute to go. The only question left is the final score.
Elliott Marr couldn't connect on that 3. Here comes Gillespie.
Nice.
Oh, no good on the layup. Fast break. Cuevas tries to get the putback to go. No dice, but he's going to the line.
You know, the one thing even in these one-sided losses or one-sided wins is that when you put the bench players in who don't normally play, they do bring an energy back to the court because they know this is their chance to impress the coach. This is their chance. They don't always get to make plays, so they're playing hard. They're playing hard for themselves. They're playing hard for their teammates. They want to give a good showing for themselves.
Yeah, look at Gillespie. He's scored 6 points here in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be mentioning that to Coach Weber in practice tomorrow. Making sure he didn't forget. Under 30.
Marr. Oh, here comes Cuevas on a fast break steal. Layup's good this time.
That was 3 dribbles to the rim.
Well, Warren's got some good kids coming off this bench.
Sure do. 9.7 left in the game. Warren up 81-43. 33 points.
Here's Gillespie, and he's just going to dribble the ball out. 5 seconds to go.
Well, if you're the Blue Devils, this is the way you want to finish. A definite solid win. Played hard, played well. Hopefully it's a good stepping stone into the state tournament for next Wednesday when, again, they play the winner of the Barrington-Wheeling playing game.
And as we know, John, from our own experience, that, sometimes senior night can be emotional.
Yeah.
But luckily, these Warren Blue Devils, they came out strong, and they really took it to Grant tonight.
Well, again, final score 81-48. That'll be all from Warren Township High School, Allman campus. Thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your season. Good night.